The rain's down, down. The rain's down, down.
Buongiorno! We just finished this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Golden Wind.
Now, normally, we're the type to read the manga first, but this time around, we wanted that golden experience.
Subscribe and tune in every week for our reactions.
This week it was episode 9, the first mission from the boss.
Oh yeah. We're getting all the backstory now.
We have our female character introduced.
Yay, finally!
I knew it. I called it.
She better have a stand. She better have a stand. Like,
yeah, I mean, she's got pink hair, like,
Well, I was thinking, like, when we were watching the trailer, it's like they were showing everybody else's stand. Not the trailer, the opening. They were showing everybody else's stand, and then I mentioned, like, maybe she would have, like, an internal stand like how Grandpa Joestar kind of had, maybe?
Maybe it's not.
So a bad stand.
No!
Why
She is the boss's daughter.
Why doesn't she have, like, yeah, a anthropomorphic, like, figure?
It's because she has pink hair.
Beat things up. But we found out about another interesting stand this episode.
Narancia stand!
Yay!
Little bomber. Narancia, as we go on, is becoming my favorite character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
very
just-
I love
cute.
his attitude the most.
My favorite part about his energy is that he doesn't have any... Everybody plays off of him, so he can just do his own thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't... He's like, no, I'm gonna, like,
He's got that,
whatever.
like, Polnareff thing going on.
Yeah.
He's
He's
always
like-
getting
yeah.
cut in the face.
Always
He's just
always
smart.
stabbed.
I don't... There's gotta be a joke like that, because that is just his thing. I hope that it's never related to anything. It's just always... No, he just always gets stabbed in the
He
face.
gets stabbed and beat up a lot.
Because
right?
he's the most immature one. He's the baby of the group,
Yeah,
even though
he's
he's
the
not
baby.
the youngest.
The most room to grow.
Yep.
Okay, a lot of
That's
things
true.
to happen there. His stand is just... We were talking about, like, a worse version of Bad Company, though, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I'm sure it's good. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong there. But yeah, I mean, like, Bad Company had helicopters and tanks and shit, and soldiers.
And soldiers.
So I'm sure Little Bomber must just have a lot of tricks up its sleeve.
Yeah.
It must have, like, radar and, like, bombs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
be good. Maybe long-range Bad Company wasn't, like, a super long-range stand, was it?
possibly. Maybe it has that
I mean,
sort
it
of
seemed
extension.
pretty overpowered in the sense, I mean, it literally went in front of the car and just demolished
Just
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
tape.
completely. So I feel like it's got the ability to not only have like long range, but also widespread power
Mhm.
Yeah.
in that sense
Possibly.
as well. And like what we've learned about a couple of stances, it seems like they keep building on each other as well, is what I've noticed a little bit. So maybe there's more to it that we just haven't seen yet.
Right.
He does seem to be a lot more powerful once his stand is released. I mean, he just like
Oh,
kicked the
yeah, man,
shit
he-
out
he
that
kicks
car.
the
We got a,
Oh my
got
god.
a Goku level, like, Earth disruption when he summoned it.
Yes.
I love how it's very
Yeah,
much
we got that ball of air
energy.
around
Yeah,
him.
he
That
was
was really
just
cool.
like, ugh. So he's definitely quick and prone to anger. We already knew that, but he's dangerous. Like, he wasn't thinking. All of the thinking came from the enemy in this in this conversation.
Yeah, which is funny. Again, like I think it puts it in that just a good set. Like every JoJo fight normally like is a chess match of like, you know, in Stardust it was always like, all right, can Jotaro get close enough to just beat them up with Star Platinum?
Basically.
And we had basically the same thing happen with Josuke.
I feel like it is that way for Narancia though, in a sense. Like the ending of the battle is just gonna be this dumbass getting right in the middle of the barrel.
Kind of, but we're getting it from that other side. It's like
Yeah.
how chess matchy is his enemy gonna be to get through his stand? I guess.
And then
Fair
how brute
Yeah.
force is Narancia just
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
at the end? Or maybe he does get pulled back to the villa, and then we dive into that. What was your take on the boss's daughter?
She's got pink hair,
Yes.
much like, you know, Point to the Sky Ghost Girl.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
he
God.
likes girls with the pink hair.
She's very bougie. Like immediately,
Oh, yeah.
like she immediately
The
like
jacket
she
wife.
ordered Fugo to like take off his jacket and just looked for stuff, and she was like, "I want this, this, this," and Fugo was just like,
Which
"I'm
I
not
love
about this
highlights that
chick."
Fugo's like just like hips and butt is just
Yeah,
out of
just
his
the butt
pants.
shot.
Oh, you look like that. But no, the best part is that all the other like members of the crew were just kind of like, okay, but Fugo was smiling like at her. It's
He was like, "So we're gonna be a thing now,
cool.
yes?"
Yeah.
Cool. And then she's just like, no.
No.
And she
I'm
has-
making an example of you.
you were the weakest. I almost stabbed the other one in the face.
And I
But
love that,
everybody
like,
does that.
initially when she starts speaking, it seems as if she's like, oh, so you guys are the people that are taking care of me, you're watching me. But it was literally just the, okay, I'm acknowledging that y'all are protecting me. Now
Bougie.
go do my
So
shit.
Bougie.
you're the one stalking. So let's
Like,
go.
get me
Hey, she's
Givenchy
gotta get
blush. Like,
get those reinforced thighs, all right?
Yeah.
that's true. But it makes me wonder, like, if she is a stand user, why does she need so much protection as well?
Right.
That's what I'm
That's something
wondering.
else that's like really interesting too.
Because
She
they
clearly-
mentioned
Well, she is a female in the JoJo universe,
True.
okay?
and there's not
She has
really a lot of female
she's
either.
got knife fighting skills. we
But
know
it's
that.
just weird because they said that she's never met the boss. So like now that with the old man with the whatever, he's just like,
condition.
Yeah.
She's...
calm down. He basically said that she
How
never
ableist.
she never met her father, who's the boss, and now like all these people are trying to
Yeah,
kidnap her.
yeah.
So it's just like,
They were
how
like,
important is
here's
she
a
really?
MacGuffin,
Yeah.
but it has none of the traits of a MacGuffin that you want.
Exactly.
And it was
Yeah.
like, okay, so she's just baggage at this point then.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know she existed
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a
So
long
the
Yeah,
period
yeah.
of time, and
The
now we're
connection-
protecting her like so.
yeah, we're trying to
forcefully?
we're trying to figure
and
it out.
Shrinky Man didn't even seem to know that he was really on the hot trail too.
Yeah.
He was just like,
Yeah.
is that for her
He
mother,
picked it
big
up,
sister?
right.
Yeah.
It's the boss's
they
daughter.
They mentioned that she needs to die because she knows something. She probably unconsciously knows something that isn't a big deal, but when she says it,
Then
other
it is
people are
big
like,
deal.
oh, wait a minute, but that means, what are those, pieces
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't fit on both sides, but then when
Yeah.
you put it in the middle.
Just like how
Um,
the big deal, the treasure was in the
Yeah.
Zipped it in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
of course it was gonna be in something.
I just love that he was
stupid,
just like, I gotta wear gloves just so I don't
Hey.
get my hand dirty.
Bruno is a clean hand man, okay?
But hey,
Like,
good for him. He got promoted.
He got promoted.
That's
Yeah.
true. He is the
Uh,
capo now. The crew is on the up and up,
Yeah.
like as far as we can
They're
tell.
gonna
At
get
least with
someone-
half of Passione that's not trying to murder
But
them.
what's interesting is that nobody, according to Shrinky Man, I don't remember his name, but
Little fingers.
Shrinky
Little
Man.
Fingers, he was like, no one's at the capo's, like, you're not at the capo's funeral, like, what are you guys doing? So
Mhm.
that leads me to think that no one else knows that he's the new capo. So,
Yeah.
Well, it just happened. I mean, literally at the toilet, he was like, "You're the capo."
but I just feel like in those kind of worlds, like, everyone kind of knows.
gotcha.
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
no,
thing.
it is nice.
They do have the World Wide Web now. We did.
And
Yeah.
we found that all information.
No GPS yet.
Hey,
Yeah.
But what's interesting is when he said, like, oh, you're going to be guarding her for a week, I'm like, okay, the entire rest of the series is going to be in a week. Like, especially when they were like, oh, yeah, people died yesterday. I'm like, okay,
Right,
so
yeah.
this entire...
Well, it's that morning actually.
Exactly.
Like,
So this whole series is going to be that action movie pacing, and it
Yeah.
looks like it because it's like, no, there are going to be fights that are happening specifically because it's only been 7 hours since the last one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Where's
you know,
Koichi?
Sightseeing.
Yeah, like, he's going to have made one tour of, like, Naples before he's like, oh, yeah, it's been 2
I mean,
days.
he's gonna pop up at like the really important time. He's gonna be like Gandalf at that point.
The
and just pop
important,
up when
I
he's
think
needed.
the real excuse all this time thing is they're like, okay, well, Jotaro knows about the situation and he's on the way, but we have to wrap it up before he gets here, or
My
then
real
it's
question
just...
is, when are we gonna see Jotaro again? Yeah,
I miss my boy.
same.
We need more marine scientists.
More marine biology.
Yeah.
There you go, always. Okay, but I just want to see more of this fight. It seems very direct.
Yeah, little man. I don't know what his. He's obviously gonna have some way to weaponize being small.
Shrink
He made him.
Yeah, he's slowly shrinking Narancia,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, he's gonna have his own version of the bullet tap, right? Like, he's gonna have
well,
something.
he's
like-
just gonna unshrink. It's gonna be like the guy who could turn people into kids, the child monster from season
Of
back.
course.
Yeah, that one. The shadow guy.
I mean, as we said, Ant-Man.
Yeah, it's just Ant-Man.
Yeah, they're gonna
Worthless.
do a little bit of that probably. And then, but he's got the hook on his finger. I don't know. He
It'll
probably
be-
just.
It'll be interesting to figure out what his stand exactly does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think, and come back next week for next episode.
眠れない闇